While I was out handing flyers that day, I never expected my world to come crashing down in such a ridiculous way. Across the street, I caught sight of Alicia, my girlfriend. Her hair messy, her hands clutching the face of the school's golden boy as they kissed like no one was watching. Except I was. My feet moved before my brain did, and I knocked on the window. The hunk glanced at me, annoyed, and asked, "Who's this?" Alicia barely looked up, leaned against him, and said coldly, "Just a simp. If you don't like it, I'll dump him right now." Then she turned away, lips still glistening with the proof of her betrayal. The hunk smirked, licking the corner of his mouth where my girlfriend had kissed him. "Leave," he sneered. "Beauties belong to the strong." I took a deep breath. "I don't care about the girl," I said evenly. "But why are you in my car?" The air froze. He gripped the steering wheel and stared at me, completely thrown off. "Your car? What do you mean your car?" I pulled open the glove compartment, grabbed the registration, and showed it to him. "See that? My name. So tell me, why are you in my car? Stealing it?" Panic washed over his face. "Don't call the police, man. My dad's a mechanic. I just borrowed it for a spin. Please." I raised my voice. "Borrowed? You call stealing a car from a repair shop borrowing?" He dropped his head like a scolded child. "Bro, I'm sorry." I wasn't interested in his apologies. "Let's just see what you've done to it." I stepped around the car and spotted a dent on the hood. My voice sharpened. "Explain this." He paled. "It wasn't me. Your girlfriend sat on it for selfies. She posted a bunch on her moments." I checked my phone. Nothing. He sighed and showed me his own screen. Turns out Alicia had blocked me. There she was, pouting and posing on my hood like it was a prop in her little fantasy. "Nice," I muttered. "Very classy. You can both go. I'll just keep these as evidence." His face went ghost white. "Wait, evidence? Will it cost a lot?" "Around $100,000, I said flatly. His knees almost buckled. "But it was her fault!" "Both of you are responsible," I said. "Guess your dad's working for free this year." Tears started pooling in his eyes. I told her it was carbon fiber. High-end cars can't handle heat like that, but she wouldn't listen. Said it looked sexy. He broke down, muttering about his hard-working parents, and I just sighed. "Save it." As I called my assessor, he mumbled, "How come you're the rich one?" "Your girlfriend said you were some broke guy handing out flyers." I smiled faintly. "I don't work for those stores. I own them. 72 shops on this street belong to my family. I was just helping out." I shut the car door, tired of his tears. And right then, Alicia texted me. "Since you saw it, let's break up." "Don't blame me. Blame your loser parents. I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini than laugh on your bicycle handing out flyers." I stared at the message for a long time. Both the Lamborghini and the bicycle were mine. Should she cry or laugh? I wanted to text her back, wait for the court summons. But she'd already blocked me. 100,000 in damages. She wasn't getting away that easily. Furious, I stormed into the girl's dorm. Just as I reached her door, I froze. Inside, I heard a voice, another girl. "Did you really do what I told you?" Alicia's voice followed, soft but shaky. "Yeah, I lied to him about taking the pill." My heart skipped. The other girl squealed, "Perfect! I knew you were fertile these days." "Get pregnant, and you'll marry into a rich family." Alicia hesitated. "What if he makes me get an abortion?" "He won't," the voice insisted. "Once you're pregnant, he'll have to take responsibility. You even dumped your boyfriend for him. He won't dare deny you." I stood frozen outside that door, my blood boiling. She was plotting to trap the school hunk, using a baby as her ticket into wealth. When I finally knocked, Alicia opened the door, irritation written all over her face. "Didn't I tell you? We're done. Being poor isn't the problem. It's being poor and shamelessly pestering me that's disgusting." Before I could even speak, her roommate, Eva, the same snake I'd just heard, snapped, "Can't you stop getting in the way of Alicia's happiness?" I almost laughed. So cheating on your boyfriend in a stolen sports car now counted as pursuing happiness? This was the same Eva who used to mock me, saying a man's love was measured by how much money he spent. And I realized every gift I'd ever given Alicia, every little sacrifice, had all been for nothing. I didn't come back to win her over. I came to get my things. Standing there in her dorm room, I took a slow breath and said calmly, "We can break up, that's fine. But the phone you're using is mine. I'd like it back." I didn't mention the car, not yet. Knowing Alicia, if she realized the sports car was mine, she'd twist the story, cry a little, and try to cling back into my life. First, I needed to take care of the basics. Alicia's brows furrowed as if I'd just committed the greatest sin in the world. "You're seriously this petty?" She scoffed. "Can't you think about my feelings for once?" I almost laughed. Her feelings? After she cheated on me in my own car? Before I could answer, Eva, her ever-loyal best friend, giggled behind her hand. "You really can't see through this poor man's act, can you?" "He doesn't want the phone. He just wants an excuse to make things hard for you because he can't handle the breakup." Alicia's lips curled into a mocking smile. "Oh, so that's it. You think I'll stay because I can't give back a phone? Don't forget my current boyfriend's rich. I don't need your charity." Eva jumped in, hyping her up. "Exactly. His Lamborghini costs millions. He can buy you a new one in seconds." Alicia tilted her chin proudly. "Fine, I'll return the phone. But I'll make one last call first. You'll finally understand why I left you. The gap between you and a real man is something you'll never close." I wanted to roll my eyes. The real man she was talking about, the school heartthrob, was the same guy whose father had begged me for leniency after his son stole my car. The same family who could barely pay rent. Still, Alicia dialed his number and Eva leaned forward eagerly. "Put it on speaker. Let him hear the difference between himself and your new man." Alicia smirked and did just that. "Brother," she purred sweetly into the phone, "my ex-boyfriend came to break up and wants his phone back. Without it, how can I talk to you?" The voice on the other end wasn't what she expected. "You damn bitch," the heartthrob roared. "Don't ever show your face again. If I see you, I'll beat you senseless." The room froze. Alicia's eyes went wide, her mouth trembling. Eva's jaw dropped. The call cut off, leaving behind only silence thick enough to choke on. Then, as if trying to make sense of it, Eva suddenly hurled a book at me. "You must have said something to him," she shouted. Alicia snapped out of her daze, rage boiling up. "Yeah, he never treated me like that before. You must have badmouthed me, you disgusting jerk." I rubbed my temple, exasperated. I didn't say a word. Just give me back what's mine. But she wouldn't listen. She couldn't. Because deep down she knew the truth. The heartthrob was in trouble because she'd used my car for her selfies, leaving him with thousands in damages. No wonder he'd snapped. Eva folded her arms, smirking again. "See, that's why I told you to date up." I could see right through this loser. He's manipulative, jealous, and pathetic. I looked her dead in the eyes. "So you admit you were part of her cheating?" "Cheating?" She snorted. "Please. I was helping my best friend escape a dead-end relationship. What, you expected her to marry you? She'll thank me someday." Alicia crossed her arms, her tone turning icy. "You can have your phone back, but only if you apologize to the heartthrob." "Admit you lied about me," Eva barked. "Yeah, get on your knees if you have to." Clear her name. I calmly took the phone from the desk. Why would I apologize for something I didn't do? And by the way, we haven't even finished settling accounts. I sat down at her desk, pulled out my phone, and started calculating every gift, every transfer, every penny I'd spent on her. Alicia's voice trembled with embarrassment. "My friends are here. We once loved each other. Do you really want to humiliate me like this?" I didn't answer. I just kept scrolling, typing, adding. Eva suddenly pulled out her own phone and snapped a photo of me. "Unbelievable," she sneered. "I just met the ultimate loser. I'm posting this right now." I thought she was bluffing until I saw it online seconds later. A picture of me captioned, "OMG girls never date a poor guy. The poorer they are, the more they cling. My bestie's ex is terrifying." My jaw tightened. This is a personal matter. Why bring money into everything? You might as well tattoo gold digger on your forehead. Eva didn't flinch. "So what if I like rich men? If you were rich, you'd be the one mocking me right now." She walked to the window, pointing down at the parking lot. "Real men drive $1,000,000 Lamborghinis. You sit here doing math like some sad accountant, making girls regret ever loving you." Before I could respond, another roommate, one who'd been silent this whole time, finally spoke up. "Alicia, just give him his money back. This is your fault." The air went still. Alicia's head snapped toward her, disbelief flooding her face. "What did you just say? Are you taking his side now?" Eva hissed. "Oh, I get it. You're jealous. You wish you had a boyfriend with a Lamborghini too, so..." "Now you're trying to tear her down." The poor girl flushed with anger. "Don't twist my words. You know she's wrong. And in that moment, watching them all argue, I realized I didn't even need to say anything. The truth was already doing my job for me. I knew that girl, Lisa, a quiet, humble student who always carried herself with quiet dignity. She wasn't like the others in that dorm. I remembered once when Alicia made me buy desserts for everyone just to show off, Lisa had refused to take hers. "I can't accept what I didn't earn," she'd said. That moment had stuck with me ever since. Now, as the room turned tense, Alicia sighed dramatically, trying to sound noble. "Lisa, I know you're poor and rely on scholarships and loans to study. I get it. Maybe you resent people who have more. But you should know, being a good person is more important than having good grades." Lisa blinked, stunned. "Are you saying I'm not a good person?" Her voice trembled with disbelief. I just stood there, speechless. Lisa, the most hardworking, honest girl I'd met, was being lectured on morality by the same woman who'd been making out in my car with another guy. The irony could have filled the whole room. Ava folded her arms and smirked. "I know your type, poor little goody two-shoes. Trying to act all pure just to win him over. You couldn't get a guy with a Lamborghini, so now you're settling for one who hands out flyers." Lisa clenched her fists, her face turning red. "I work part-time as a tutor," she said, her voice shaking but firm. "I earn $2,000 a month." Eva snorted. "How adorable. Even mosquito legs are meat for you, huh? I saw you yesterday picking up food that fell on the table to eat. No wonder you're not picky with men." The words hit Lisa like a slap. Her eyes filled with tears, her voice trembling. "The food fell on the table, not the floor. What's so shameful about that?" Before anyone could respond, Alicia's sharp voice cut through the room. "Enough!" She slammed her phone down on the desk. "You're really embarrassing me. My biggest regret is ever dating you. Let's finish the account so I can go clear things up with my new boyfriend." Ava immediately chimed in like a loyal soldier. "Don't worry, sis. I'll go with you. Once the rumors die down, you'll still be the darling of the rich crowd." I tuned them out and focused on my numbers. I didn't even bother adding the sports car repairs into the total. I didn't want Alicia crawling back, pretending to be sorry once she realized how deep in trouble she was. After a few minutes, the calculations were done. Every gift, every transfer, every small favor I'd done for her, it all added up to $18,000. I stared at the number, stunned. Dating her had cost more than I'd spent on myself all year. Even Alicia and Eva froze. For the first time, they looked unsure. After double-checking my math and realizing I was right, Alicia's expression twisted with anxiety. $18,000. I don't have that kind of money." Eva quickly grabbed her hand. "Don't panic, sis. I'll help you pay it back. This loser's attitude will determine how your new man sees you. Even if we have to borrow from loan sharks, we'll pay him off. You need to cut him loose completely if you want to marry rich." Alicia hesitated but eventually nodded. "Fine, we'll borrow it. My parents can't find out. They'd kill me." I bit back a bitter laugh. If 18,000 scares her, what'll she do when the 100,000 repair bill arrives? They started calling classmates one by one. Surprisingly, people lent her small amounts, a few hundred here, a few hundred there, until they had 8,000. Alicia beamed, proud of herself. "See, people trust me. They're willing to help because I have a good reputation." Ava laughed loudly. "It's not your reputation, it's your selfies. You sitting in a sports car worth millions? Of course they're eager to help. Everyone wants to befriend the rich girl." Alicia looked at me triumphantly. "You see? That's the charm of a real man. He makes others admire him. If I'd stayed with you, who would ever help me?" Eva leaned forward, venom in her voice. "Trouble? Being with him is the real disaster." Eventually, they scraped together 8,000, still short of 10. Ava hesitated, then said darkly, "I know a guy. He's connected. Under the table. He can lend us the rest, but if we can't repay, it'll be ugly." Alicia's face went pale. "What happens if we can't pay?" Eva shrugged. "Don't worry. Your new boyfriend's rich. 10,000's nothing for him." They made the call. A man arrived within minutes, cool and businesslike, handing over 10,000 without blinking. Alicia quickly shoved the full amount into my hands. "There!" she snapped, throwing the phone after it. "Satisfied now? Get out of my life." I nodded calmly. "Fine." Then I turned to Lisa. "Can we talk outside for a minute?" She blinked, startled. "Me?" Eva laughed mockingly. "Oh, I knew it. The second you paid him back, he runs to another girl. I ignored her. The reason I wanted to talk to Lisa was simple. She worked in the student council and had access to student contact information. If I was going to file a court case over the car, I needed Alicia's address. Lisa hesitated, then lowered her head and followed me out, her cheeks red with embarrassment. Behind us, Eva's shrill voice followed. Wow, look at that. She actually went with him. You really are content with Alicia's leftovers, huh? Lisa turned back, her voice cracking. That's not true. I don't have any such intentions. Pretend all you want, Eva interrupted. It's in your blood. Poverty's genetic, after all. Lisa's face crumpled, and for the first time I realized some people weren't cruel because they were strong. They were cruel because it was the only way they could feel powerful. Alicia's words cut through the air like glass. Look at you, she sneered, trying to please even a guy who hands out flyers. You're so undiscriminating. It's clear what kind of people your parents are. Then with that same cruel smile, she turned toward me. Good thing I broke up with him, she said coldly. This useless man is all yours now. Let me give you a piece of advice. A whore and a dog, may they last forever. I didn't say a word. I just led Lisa out of the dorm. The hallway was quiet, almost too quiet, after all that noise. Lisa spoke first, her voice trembling slightly. I only stood up because I was angry, she said. Don't think too much about it. I just want to study hard. I don't have the intentions they said I do. I nodded. I know. You've got scholarships to fight for, tutoring jobs to keep up with. You don't have time for romance. She tilted her head, frowning softly. Then why did you ask me to come out? I just needed Alicia's home address, I said. You have the student directory, right? Lisa froze, panic flashing across her face. What are you planning to do? Please don't do anything reckless. She grabbed my hand, her grip tight, her voice filled with worry. We may be poor, she said, looking me straight in the eyes, but we still have dignity.
They're the ones at fault.
Don't ruin your future because of them. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. Did she really think I was going to take revenge? Then she realized she was still holding my hand. She quickly let go, her cheeks flushed pink. You're hardworking, she said quietly. You'll make something of yourself. 10 years from now, Alicia will regret everything. I smiled faintly. It won't take 10 years, I said. The dealership already assessed the damage. If her family lives in the city, she'll regret it soon. Lisa's eyes widened. What do you mean? The car she dented, it's mine. She stared at me like I'd just said something impossible. I explained, then showed her the registration. Only then did she believe me. She walked away dazed, like she was trying to wake from a dream, and soon returned with the address. It turned out Alicia's house was only a few kilometers from the dealership. What a coincidence. I called the dealership, and they said they'd deliver the report within 10 minutes. Then I realized Alicia had given me back her phone. How would I even reach her later? So I turned back to the dorm and knocked. The moment she saw me, Alicia's face twisted. Why are you back? I held out her phone. You don't have one now. Keep this for a few days. Eva made a fake gagging sound. I'm gonna puke, she said. He's doing this on purpose, playing that on-again, off-again game. Alicia rolled her eyes. Do you think I'm an idiot? Stop pestering me. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Before I could respond, Eva's phone rang. She frowned. Weird? Alicia, your parents are calling me. That caught me off guard. The dealership worked fast. Too fast, maybe. Alicia grabbed the phone, confused. Mom, what's wrong? The call wasn't even on speaker, but her mother's voice was so loud we all heard it echo down the hall. Don't call me Mom! Do you know how much your father and I make? You've ruined us! Alicia's face went pale. Mom, what did I do? She asked, her voice trembling. She turned away, pacing into a corner with the phone pressed to her ear. Then suddenly she broke down crying. Eva rushed over.
Sis, what's going on?
Alicia's sobs came out between broken sentences. I know why he's mad. The car I dented. It was his. He sent the bill to my parents. The damage is over $137,000. Where are we going to find that kind of money? Eva froze. Just from sitting on it? Alicia nodded, tears streaking down her cheeks. Mom sent me a picture. It's real. She looked down at her phone like the numbers themselves were too heavy to hold. Eva bit her lip. Okay, don't panic. There's still a way. We need to see if you're pregnant. Alicia blinked. What? If you're carrying his baby, Eva said seriously, he wouldn't dare make you pay. Maybe it'll even force his family to accept you. Alicia's expression shifted. Right, even if he doesn't care about me, he'll have to care about the baby. Eva nodded, almost excited now. Exactly. If he asked you for money again, just go to his house and make a scene. Alicia sighed, half laughing through her tears. I wanted to use the baby to marry into a rich family. Who knew I'd need it to cover repair costs? Eva tried to comfort her. Hey, don't say that. 100,000 isn't small, but maybe his parents will feel guilty. Who knows? They might even give you a car instead. I wanted to say something, to tell her that no amount of pretending would change what she'd done, but before I could, Alicia turned on me, eyes full of venom. She snatched her phone back and snapped, Don't say another word. Get lost, I don't want to see your face. Eva added sharply, Yeah, loser. We're busy figuring out how to calm the rich guy down. Go away. I took one last look at them, Alicia trembling, Eva scheming, and quietly walked out, realizing just how far gone they were. Alicia's friend glared at me. If you keep pestering her, she said coldly, we'll accuse you of harassment. See you in court. I just nodded. Fine by me. We were going to end up in court anyway. Alicia, trying to sound calm, picked up her phone and sent a voice message. Please come downstairs to my dorm. I want to talk to you, please. The reply came almost instantly. She hit play and we all heard his voice. Sure, you slut. I want to talk to you too. Come down now. Alicia flinched. Her eyes darted toward Eva. With that attitude, will he even forgive me? Eva sighed dramatically. Go down and beg him. I'll come with you. She helped Alicia to her feet and shot me a hateful look. Move. I didn't bother replying. I just turned and left. Halfway down the hall, I ran into Lisa. She looked at me confused as Alicia and Eva brushed past us. Will you make Alicia pay a lot of money? She asked quietly. I shook my head. No, she'll just pay what she owes. Then after a pause, I added, but I think they're begging the wrong person. Lisa frowned. What do you mean? You'll see. When we stepped outside, the heartthrob was already there, standing by the curb, wiping tears from his face. The bright red slap mark across his cheek said everything. My guess? He'd told his dad what happened and gotten a little fatherly discipline in return. Alicia and Eva froze. Eva muttered, Seriously? With all the money his family has, he's crying like that? Alicia whispered, Maybe he really loves that car. He used to polish it for hours before every date. Eva scoffed. They say a car's a man's second wife. Guess it's true. I couldn't help but roll my eyes. It's not that deep. And by the way, that second wife you're talking about, it's my car. Before I could say more, Alicia hurried toward him, voice trembling. Baby, let me explain, he snapped. Explain to your grandfather, you bitch! The sound of his hand striking her face echoed across the courtyard. The first slap was shocking. The second one froze everyone in place. Even Eva, usually full of venom, didn't see it coming. Alicia stumbled backward, stunned. Eva rushed forward, shouting, Stop! What are you doing? But the heartthrob didn't stop. He was shaking, furious, humiliated, and he kept hitting her. Alicia tried to plead through her tears. Baby, hit me if you're mad. It's my fault. I'll make it up to you, okay? Please, just let me, he shouted back. I don't need your pity! And swung again. By then a crowd had gathered. Students watched in stunned silence. The girl who'd once flaunted her luxury life, stepping out of sports cars and posting perfect selfies, now stood in front of everyone, bleeding, broken, humiliated. Eva yelled, You're hitting her too hard! She's a girl. One more blow, and Alicia's front tooth flew out. She froze, covering her mouth in disbelief, blood dripping down her chin. Then she bent down, crying, searching for the tooth like she could somehow fix it. Eva, she sobbed, get some milk. Maybe they can save it. I nodded calmly. Smart idea. If you keep a knocked out tooth in milk, it can be reattached. Lisa turned to me, horrified.
Are you
enjoying this? I gave a faint smile. How could I? We were in love once. Seeing her like this, it hurts. She raised an eyebrow. Then why are you smiling? I shrugged. I'm just naturally cheerful. People who smile tend to have good luck. Alicia, still bleeding, looked up at me in disbelief. "You're really not a man," she cried. "You're just going to stand there while he beats me?" I met her gaze evenly. "You told me not to harass you," I said quietly. "Guess we'll meet in court after all." That's when the heartthrob finally noticed me. His face twisted, rage mixing with fear. Ava, desperate, tried to redirect him. "Heartthrob, please, don't be mad. Alicia's been through so much for you. That loser over there bullied her." "Shut up," he roared. "Your whole family's full of losers." Eva instantly went silent. The same girl who mocked me moments ago suddenly shrank before him. Then, to everyone's shock, the heartthrob turned and dropped to his knees. The courtyard went still. Even the wind seemed to stop. Tears streamed down his face as he looked up at me. "Bro, I'm sorry. Please forgive me." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Eva's jaw fell open. Lisa's eyes widened. Alicia, still clutching her mouth, started bleeding again, her nose this time. She tried to sniff it back, choked, and began coughing. No one could believe what they were seeing. Honestly, neither could I. I sighed softly. "If you knew this would happen, why'd you do it in the first place?" Eva stammered. "Why are you apologizing to him?" I said quietly, "Yeah. Tell everyone why." The heartthrob's voice cracked as he spoke. I shouldn't have stolen your car to show off. I shouldn't have stolen your girlfriend. I'm disgusting. I told my dad, but we can't afford the damages. We're already behind on rent." I nodded slowly. "Your dad works hard. That's why I took my car to your family's repair shop. Who'd have thought such a diligent mechanic would raise a son like this?" The heartthrob broke down, crying. "Please, give us more time. I'll do anything." Behind him, Alicia stared blankly, like her mind was finally catching up. "What repair shop?" she whispered. "What car?" I looked at her, the realization dawning in her tear-streaked face, and said calmly, "The facts are right in front of you." Alicia's voice trembled as she pointed at the sleek sports car. "That car is yours?" I gave a calm nod. "Yeah, it's mine." For a moment, her expression froze, then her lips quivered, and tears spilled down her cheeks. How can you be the rich one? Weren't you the guy handing out flyers?" I smiled faintly. "I do hand out flyers, but they're for my own chops." Ignoring the blood trickling from her nose and her missing tooth, Alicia limped toward me, clutching my arm. "Baby, please, let me explain." I looked at her, my voice turning cold. "I'm not your baby. We're done." Then I turned to the guy beside us, the so-called campus heartthrob. He was pale, trembling. I placed a hand on his shoulder and said evenly, "This isn't your dad's fault. It's yours, but I should thank you. You showed me who my girlfriend really was." He blinked, confused, as I continued. "You'll graduate next year. I'll give you time, negotiate the compensation, and once you start working, pay it back over 3 years." His eyes widened. "You'd really let me do that?" I nodded. "Yeah, it's your mistake, so you pay for it." But knocking out her front tooth. "That's gonna cost you." His jaw clenched. "I'm not paying a cent. I'd rather go to jail." I laughed, patting his shoulder. "Now that's the first smart thing you've said. Tell you what, I'll waive 1,000 as a reward for that backbone." Alicia stood frozen, tears streaming. "Baby, I was wrong. Please, one more chance." She spun toward Eva, screaming, "This is all your fault! You told me to do it." Eva's face stayed blank. Alicia broke down completely. "I loved him. Why did I listen to you?" I sighed, tired of the drama. "Alicia, remember to take the morning after pill, not because I care, but because I know you. You'd probably abort it anyway. I don't want a life to die because of your bad choices." Her face turned gray. Eva began to cry. "Alicia, what about the money I borrowed for you? You're not going to repay me?" Alicia snapped. "You caused all this. Why should I pay you?" Eva's sobs grew louder. "If I don't pay it back, I'll be beaten, maybe killed." I shrugged. "Then pay it back. Simple." She wailed. "With what? I don't even have 10,000. Lisa, who'd been quiet until now, stepped forward, fury in her eyes. "You mocked me for eating leftovers, but your family doesn't even have 10,000 to spare. You look down on the poor, but you're just as poor yourself." Ava collapsed, crying on the ground. I looked back at Alicia. Goodbye. Don't contact me again unless it's to repay the money. Otherwise, I'll charge you with harassment. Then I turned to Lisa with a half smile. Since the trash has been taken out, want to grab lunch? You can ride in my car. She frowned. In broad daylight? Are you drunk? Fair point. I scratched my nose awkwardly, got into my car, and drove off. Later, I heard Alicia's parents beat her so badly she broke her leg, and it healed wrong. She dropped out, too ashamed to face anyone. Eva came back, but everyone mocked her as a traitor to the poor. She couldn't find work, so when she showed up begging me for a job, I let her clean toilets in one of my restaurants. Fitting, I thought, for someone who once looked down on the poor. Word spread quickly. Students came just to dirty the place again, just so she'd have to clean it twice. Alicia kept messaging me, begging for forgiveness. I blocked her. She found new numbers. Eventually, I had to sue her to make her stop. And Lisa, nothing romantic ever happened between us. She was different, disciplined, proud, the kind of girl who didn't need saving. After graduation, she went back to her hometown to teach. She told me she wanted to help the poor children there. I admired that. She only reached out once to ask if I could help collect clothes for her students. I did, and after that, silence. Sometimes I still think about her. That remarkable girl with quiet dignity. The one who reminded me that being poor isn't shameful, but losing your character is.